Guys, teaching for me, be it is a walk in a park. Like, hey my hennies, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back my honey. If you want to be part of this family, can you click on that gray button, the subscribe button, so you can be part of this family. In this family, we do not have a lot of rules, I promise you. One, please do not skip ads, do not skip ads, and do not skip ads, my honeys. And then lastly, please, if you can make use of the super thanks button, of which lately I see people are making use of it, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Please make use of it, but if you can't, no pressure at all, just don't skip ads. So honeys, welcome back to my sit downs. Welcome back to sitting down with my husband and talking about whatever that you guys want to know and want to hear about me. So today I'll be tackling a question asked by one of our subscribers. She asked me why did I choose to study teaching, and if teaching is the same way or the same as I thought it would be, and versus how it actually is. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me read it directly from what she said. So she asked in the comment section, is teaching what you thought it would be versus how it actually is? So let me just take you guys back to my high school. I studied at Molna High School, where I'm currently teaching, and in grade 10 I chose physics, pure maths, life science, and business. Fine, it was great. I managed to be in the top 10. Everything was great. Grade 11 was hectic. Hence I always tell my learners, you know what, if you can pass grade 11, it is so easy for you to pass matric. Grade 11 I decided to change pure maths to maths lit because physics and pure maths were just hectic for me. Those subjects were very hectic, so I had to choose one. So I chose maths lit, and I still carried on with physics. Fine, I passed, and then matric I got bachelor's degrees, and I studied at Northwest University. Initially I wanted to be a medical doctor. However, my mom was just like, hey babes, I don't think you're that strong for medicine, so how about you study nursing, and then later on you will change and continue with being a doctor. I don't know, like maybe just do your honors, and then I don't know, your master's, then you have a PhD in nursing, or I don't know, but as long as you're in the medical field, you'll find a way, or at the end with the medicine. Fine, we agreed on that. So I went to Potchefstroom. I studied Bachelor of Nursing Science. Fine, first year I went. My friend Rejo, she was studying teaching. I was the only one who was doing nursing. I didn't know anyone. I was not like close with anyone. I didn't know anyone in my classroom. Fine, it was a bit depressing, but I got a chance to associate myself with others. Okay, and then what I didn't like about nursing is the fact that today we'd go to class, and then the next day we have to go to the practical, then we would go to Potchefstroom Hospital. I didn't like the smell. Like, nursing for me is hectic. I respect people who in nursing and manage to complete it. Like, yo, it's a lot of work. The textbooks are this big, and you have to know all those terminologies in there. And remember, Northwest University, they taught in Afrikaans, so you had to put on earphones to actually listen to the translator. So for me, it was a bit hectic, and I couldn't survive. I couldn't cope. Hence, I decided to drop out. Yes, your girl is a dropout from University of Northwest. Fine. Along the way, I got sick, and then I was admitted at the hospital for 6 months. Yo, time passed by. I've got kidney problems. Okay, Shapo, your girl is a dropout. My friends, study sabona. I start pressure, I need to go back to university. And mom was just like, no, you need to obey sharp or fall, and then you go back to varsity. Okay, fast forward. I decided, you know what, I don't want to do nursing anymore. I think initially I was in love with physics and life science, but not the actual work, you understand? Because either way, even if I had studied medicine before, I don't like the hospital. When I did my practicals when I was in grade 12, because when I applied to NW, they know you can go and do your practicals to familiarize yourself with the hospital. So I went to Belmont Park here in Flexop, and it was nice, you know. I mean, it's a private hospital, so everything was just perfect, and I was just like, yo, this is what I'm seeing myself. Fine. But however, I did not know that when you do your practicals or local university, you need to go to public hospital. So I didn't like the smell, I didn't like the work, I didn't like anything that has to do with nursing, you know. So that's why I dropped out. And then how did I decide that I want to be a teacher? Because I was sick, I had to be near my hometown, because now and then I had to come this side to see the doctor, to see if the sharp or check-ups, you know. Fine. So we decided, you know what, I'm gonna go study at CUT Welcome Campus. I had an option of going to Bloemfontein, but I just felt like man, with my parents. So go study okay, CUT Welcome Campus. Fine. Then study at Welcome Campus. Yo, God is good, guys. Teaching for me, B.Ed is a walk in a park. Like, it is super easy. That's why I managed to graduate with cum laude.
NT received her qualification with cum laude.
Guys, yeah, Welcome Campus is easy, man. It feels like you're still in high school. But comparing to NWA, it's huge, you know, different options. It's only like teaching, IT, marketing, you know. So the fact that it's not overcrowded, it makes it feel like it's high school. Hence I enjoyed it so much, you know. Fine, I started my teaching, and then that third year, I met my husband, and then I had to do my practicals for Virginia because I was staying there but working in Vacuum. So I did my practicals go Harmony Primary School. If you're from Virginia, you are familiar with the school. So I did my practicals there, and then they had a post for grade 2 teacher. They had a post there, and then I applied while I was still in third year because I had my SAY certificate. Fine, I applied, I went for interviews, and then I got the job. I was so happy, I was so excited. So I started working in my third year. Fine. And then fourth year I graduated, and then obviously my peers are starting to get permanent post. I was on SGB post. My peers are starting to get permanent post, and then that brings pressure on me because I'm like, girl, you graduated, why do I not somebody post you? I stayed there I think for a year or two, and then I got a post in Potchefstroom. Oh, that's where my life began. Like, yo guys, teaching kokasi homonati, hotukuta kokasi homonat, period. Cap kopochi, I got first month like I was permanent. My permanency, and then I stayed there for 2 years, and then I had to move this side because we already bought a house in Clarkstop, so I had to find a job this side. Luckily, I still had my deputy principal's cell numbers, so I asked him, Mr. Kibit, I asked him, do you guys have a post at your school? And then yeah, and block they have it, and that's how I moved this side. So I'm gonna tell you guys my experience ka Harmony, Madibe, and Milner. Harmony, it was okay, it was fine because I was still a student, so whatever I was earning I would appreciate it because I knew that my peers are still in varsity and they're not earning anything, they're just studying. So for me, I'm getting money from my bursary, I'm earning money where I am. So for me, then like, thank you God, I'm fortunate for this. And then my colleagues, work environment was just okay. Nothing hectic, nothing that I would say, yo, I wish I could go back to harmony, this and that happened. No, it was just fine, you know. It was just fine. Simply a chilled girl, not so much into social media, you know. And then I moved to Madibe. That's where the fun began. Like, man, you eat you eat actually, you become yourself, you know. Like, that's how I actually established myself. You know, this is my photo that I wanted. This is my photo that I wanted to discover so long, you know. I loved teaching at Madibe. I loved everything about Madibe. I loved my colleagues. Fridays would chill about my bride, this. I loved my part of my heart. I still love my colleagues from Madibe Primary School. I loved my headmaster. I loved everyone, my deputy. Like, if you guys are watching this, just know that I loved you guys and I still love you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Madibeng is the best. It's the best.
Madibeng is best. Madibeng is best. I'm sorry. Madibeng is best.
Yo, I love you. This is a video. It's not pictures. We're not matter. We're not sad. Listen. Free state me set. My nana never got see to Central with the welcome.
Negative. You find in campus.
Welcome campus. So come to my country one.
What is the paper more? Can you take campus?
It's a paper welcome campus. Mantega go to school see one no casa. When I mood money.
Will you put it there?
Marco, what's the key?
Mongol
wasn't off screen. I wasn't off screen. No, that I want to follow almost a Kazanko, but I'm shabby. What's up on the Eagle? Did you have the
isn't
doubting?
Bantina Babana. Hi, tell me what you say. Hi,
what would you matter?
What am I showing you? Brother, because Captain South
I never knew about footman. I have brother, okay, footman.
But the footman is started.
Then but I got quite a sharp.
The Freddy Lane. Keep on 8 hang out another. We're not going to go 18 something.
I'm going to take a sleeper. I'm going to
shut good for life.
Oh, I need to get a jet. And then Milna. Remember, these two schools were primary schools. So Milna is high school. The challenges are different than the other schools that I taught at. Primary school, Kibana, they're still listening. Yo, then Milna. The kids, my learners are driving me crazy. Okay, sharp. My problem going to high school is that I become attached to these kids. Like, I feel sorry for them, you know. I always tell these kids, oh, you guys are so fortunate that at least these days you're taught by black teachers, you know, whereby you can ask questions if you don't understand. I can always like switch to our home language just to ensure that you guys understand, but still you guys don't grab that opportunity and make use of it. This, of which I feel like it's a waste of time. And then my kids call me Mahoto. I don't have a problem with that, but my colleagues have a problem with that because I feel like, hey, these kids are disrespecting you. They're in grade 10. I can have and it just hurts me how I feel, because guys, the way things have changed compared to the times when I used to be in high school. I mean, in our top 10 we'd get 90s, 80s. I'm sure the lowest would be like 79, and then nowadays 50s, 60s. And these kids don't appreciate the fact that they've got so many opportunities. Like, oh, we do so much, we go out of our way to make sure that these kids get the best education, but they do not want to grab the opportunity and make use of it. There's so much into their cell phones. You know, when I used to work in Potchefstroom, I would pass at Molna High School and I'd be like, yo God, if I could only get a job here. Yo, it's a Model C school. You know, but guys, the school is still modern. My colleagues are still the best. But my learners. So to answer my question, this is what she asked. She said, is teaching what you thought it would be? It's not. Versus how it actually is. These learners don't study. Let's just be honest. I can tell you now, ne? I remember in third term, we're doing for our test, in a cycle test, they have to study for poetry and then they have to write literature essay. Literature essay is a bit tricky. Even for us who are marking it, it's a bit tricky. But I told them exactly what to study. They're like, okay, this is the poem that we're doing. Study question 1, 2, 3 exactly the way it is. It's gonna appear like that on the cycle test. Trust me, there are those who got 0. I was just trying to be strong, like, hey, yeah, Oshapo, you know what, if you guys don't want to pass, you will fail and you will repeat the year and I don't mind. You know, like teaching FET is a bit challenging because these kids, they backchat, and whatever you try to say, no matter how much you try to motivate them, others just feel like, hey, mammy, school is not everything. I promise you, they say that school is not everything. Because at the Bitcoin, Forex, CDing, and we can still be successfully. And then we were like, yo, guys, I don't know. I try so much to motivate my kids. I promise you, I try so much to spoon feed them, but still I don't get the results that I hope to get. Yes, there are others that pass. And then I remember having this conversation with one of my learners. Ma'am, why are we failing? Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you guys failing? No, we think the problem is the teacher. So that learner was saying the problem is me. The problem is the teacher. I was like, you know what? If the whole class was failing, then I would say I'm the problem. But because there are others who are passing and there are others who are failing, I feel like the problem is you. How come others can pass and then you guys fail? That means you guys are the problem. These ones that are passing, they listen to what I'm saying. Take out your books. These kids walk so slow to go to the next class. Yo, guys. Okay, now I wouldn't advise anyone to do teaching. I love teaching with all of my heart. I studied teaching because I felt like if both my parents were educators and I was able to go to Model C's school, that means they could afford, you understand? And the fact that on holidays we can be at home and on weekends we can be at home, I just thought, yeah, because I believe that I'm a family person. So that's why I took teaching. I felt like I love kids. I love working with kids, but I love kids who give it their all. Like, I don't mind, even if Oreo maybe fail a grade, it's okay. However, you can't come home and on your report you've got 10%. That means you didn't study. But a child that comes home with 39%, because you need 40% to pass. Back then it was 50%. Now you need 40% to pass. If Oreo comes home with 39% on a certain subject, my child is trying. I wouldn't be angry. Always try. Baby girl, how about maybe next year you change this subject? Or if you seriously really like the subject, and then not a problem, can I have a tutor, can I have somebody to help you, you know, study materials, then it's fine. This child has tried. But a person that comes home can report 10%. It hurts. It hurts. Like, on a serious note, I never thought I'll be so emotional, I think, at this video, but then it really hurts, ne? Because what I tell my learners is, guys, you guys are like in school kokasi. Your parents pay for school fees, they pay for transport, and they make sure that you have a better lunchbox. Your hairstyles are expensive, you have data. The least you could do is to study. But still you guys don't study. Why? Why is that? No, mammy, Rona this, like, they're very good in reasoning. Rona this, and we're trying it. These kids don't try. These kids don't try. They take time to come to the classroom. They take time to take out their books. They take time to settle down. Nowadays, we focus more on discipline than teaching. Correct. I can say it, guys, but in my own opinion, I wouldn't advise anyone to study teaching. I promise you, I wouldn't advise anyone to study teaching. So yeah, my niece, I'm just gonna close up this video by actually telling you guys advantages and disadvantages of being a teacher according to my own experience. Being a teacher is nice because obviously home at 2 o'clock. Other people knock off at 5 o'clock, so at least around 2 o'clock I'm already at home. It's not something that changes over time. I mean, I can teach grade 10 for the next 5 years and I'll probably still teaching the same work over and over and over and over again, meaning there's too much comfort when you are an educator. And then disadvantages of being a teacher is the fact that these kids nowadays, they have so many rights. You must really be careful of what you say to them, you know. So what I don't like about teaching is the fact that these kids, they always have so many answers. Like, I wish at that energy that they apply when they respond, how much I'm about a question, but when I apply, I want to put essay, but I want the test, you know. Like, these kids but cheeky, they've got attitude. So mostly you focus more attitude in your bona than discipline. Fast, please don't stand up. Like, no, okay, please take out your papers. Ma'am, you didn't give me. That time you gave the whole class the previous day. Take out this. Ma'am, I don't have it. Keep up my grade 10. I don't have it. The time we're doing and take out that paper again or move. Because period it's about 35 minutes. Every period get 35 minutes, I think. So nako inyani, and these kids but then it's unnecessary. You understand? And then there's never a day more I'm not gonna motivate these kids. Can someone does something or to example again? If you do this, how if you do that, guys, stop trying to entertain other kids. Life one day and then we're not school living diploma degree studies. Let's sit down. So now and then you have to motivate them, of which I feel like, guys, that you're supposed to get it from home. When you get to school, you're supposed to know what you want. What's about why are you here? You have to know your purpose or why only more. So I don't know, man. I don't know. These kids don't have respect anymore. You know, they don't see us as parents. Instead, they want or chumita. If you have me on Instagram, you would know, or you would have seen conversation one of my learners. Ma'am, I'll just try to put the screenshot here if I still have it on my phone. Ma'am, this term. Back then, when we never had the chance, or we're not even able, or we couldn't even think of SMS or Instagram or message or motor capacity. Already you know or perform le if on the test is our sharp, if class on my mail, you know who you passed. So when I might know what I didn't everything. Oh guys, when I get it, I don't know, but teaching it's no longer as it was, and it's no longer the way it's supposed to be. So for me, again, if you're thinking of being a teacher, think twice. If you want to pursue your studies and become an educator, think twice. And then I can say, but with me and my own opinion, it's not easy. But I know, like, I remember this incident. It's an class. Was with the grade 9s, yes. Better the speech, prepared speech, sharp. So this was like morning class. Obviously, like, you get shy kids, you get those energy, get grumpy. Hey, I want the personality. So this other time, what was speech? Morning class, morning ma'am, morning sharp. My topic is blah 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 blah. This one was sitting in front out. Hey, so the one who's standing in front, hey, please stop it. Today I will tell you Hey, yo, people are fighting. Like balwana, what is I'm fighting? So, and accountability because I have to account to Nikili guy, why balwani, and what did I do? So when I like everything, they are always right, they're always right. But anyways, I never thought like I'll be so emotional I think at this video. But hey, this story saga. So and if I'm coping, I'm trying to cope, guys. It's not easy, but I'm trying to cope. Anyways, I'll see you guys on my next video. I love you, my honeys, and please do drop some comments if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I love you, honeys. Bye.